start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Auburn's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
On second down, looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. He's got him in the flat. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. They get close. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for the... Jesse, for a guy to make an impact.
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. After misfiring, it's second down. They'll give it to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They're trying to get to it. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The inside handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Purdue delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Big Ten. Trust me when I say the party is on in West Lafayette. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Riley. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The give on the inside. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Ripping through the defense. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense set on first down. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Bond. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. He'll take a deep shot here. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. Oh, the ball squirts out. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Actually picked up yardage on the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass. My best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as often.
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen,
the receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to seal the edge on the right. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, 4th down.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Surging forward on the sneak. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. On the ground, it's Auchuk. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Sooners are on the move.
And that's a 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it at the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Pocket starts to collapse. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Now, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Trying to surge it in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. On second down, looking again to throw. Gets it out quickly. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Feeling some heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Offense with jumbo personnel. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Thompson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It's really frustrating for the defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, and then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. The Sooners will punt this one away.
Number 16 on to kick it away.
And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Sooner offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab down the left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown Sooners! And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by a field goal over Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Riley. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Cobb. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Riley. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Tigers are on the move. They'll try the left side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a ball.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They take the lead with the 6.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Bond. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. Corralled and brought down by the defense. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the Q.
And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I'm sure we're on a better route.
To the ground. He's got it again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. A first down for the offense. Looking for room. It's Archer. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air. It's Arnold. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. The Sooners get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Just buried it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense.
Touchdown Sooners! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. In the back, knew exactly where he had to get to get 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Trying to get to it. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
At the 20, he's got space. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just trucks through it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They'll throw it on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Coleman. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Tigers will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
When you run it up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Now the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. This guy is special. What a target and what a knack for finding the end zone. He might just rewrite the record book before he's done in Norman.
And that's a famous record book. We could go down the list of so many big-time players just in the last several years, whether it's Hollywood Brown, CeeDee Lamb. We can keep going. The list goes on and on and on. But just guys that make plays and quarterbacks that trust their receivers. Because you know why? Because they do that.
Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch down the right side. Running toward the tape. Inside the 10. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide out in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burton. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory. He's going to fire deep. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown Sooners. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting.
And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Twist his way through. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.